Dear friends, you are all welcome to God's Natural Love, and it's a pleasure to have you on this channel. Thank you so much for following. For those who are new, here we share the word, we share our careers, and whatever comes with the love of God. Thank you so much for following, and you can continue and subscribe, like, comment, click the notification bell for these videos to be exposed to the rest of the YouTube users. You can also share with friends. Let's share about today's topic. We are sharing about starting to feed your destiny, and especially now that we are starting a new year, we need to know that some things we need to change. Maybe we had not known before, but we can continue to learn. That's the use of this channel. Feeding your destiny means actively choosing positive inputs. For example, your thoughts, your words, the people you move with, and the media you use, which builds your faith and hope and confidence rather than dwelling on past hurts or negativity. Those ones will grow your God-given potential and move towards your future goals. You know, we all have potential and uniqueness that God gave us. So you avoid some things to move towards your future by feeding your destiny. We shall continue and see how. And according to Joel Austin and Joyce Meyer, feeding your destiny is about nourishing your inner self with faith food to overcome doubt and limitations, enabling you to live out your purpose. So it is about feeding yourself, your soul, with some good food of faith, so that you continue growing towards your purpose and God being the one that you're seeing in your future. Feeding your destiny involves many things. First of all, it involves conscious choice. So here you find that you need to intentionally select what you consume mentally and spiritually. It's like choosing healthy foods for your body. Secondly, feeding your destiny involves positive inputs. Focusing on God's promises, your dreams, and what builds you up instead of junk food like gossip, fear, and guilt. Feeding your destiny also involves growth. Here you find that whatever you feed, it can be faith, it can be fear, it can be hope, it can be doubt. It will grow stronger and bigger in your life. Meaning growth can be negative or positive. But as children of the kingdom, we need to grow positively in faith and with hope for a good purpose. Feeding your destiny involves action. Here we see ourselves moving forward from past disappointments by taking steps towards our future, not staying stuck in what didn't work out. So you try to avoid getting stuck, but you try to move on, even if there were disappointments in the past. You avoid for the good purpose in future. Another thing, we find that there is self-fulfillment. Self-fulfillment involves fulfilling your purpose by aligning your actions with your divine potential rather than settling for mediocrity or the past. Friends, we can have practical examples of how we can feed our destiny. And in the examples, there are things we need to stop. For example, we need to stop dwelling on past failures, listening to negative co-workers, or entertaining fearful thoughts. We also need to start some of the practical actions, which may involve reading encouraging scriptures, spending time with faith-filled people, and affirming our potentials. Affirming our potentials, you come out to say that I can do that. You say it from inside out, so that even the enemy around can get to know that you are really confident and ready to continue your purpose, God-given purpose. You're taking your God-given potential on instead of getting it stuck by discouraging yourself. Those affirming words are so important. We need to consider steward responsibilities. Here we do ordinary tasks in extraordinary way, seeing them as training for bigger purposes. Let's continue to feed our destiny with the word. The word from the Bible can move us on, especially in times when we are more discouraged and we feel that we cannot make it. This can be the only generator to let us move on and to keep in faith and to have the hope for the future, even when disappointments still come. They will still come, but we have the potential, God-given potential. God's natural love, receive it and extend it to the rest of God's creation. Be blessed.